Hey, what's up, Pops? You got a second? Can I talk to you?
No,
Not right, it's dark
I
out.
don't think you can see it.
Luke, Luke, I am. David. Just giving you ready?
Wiggle your butt.
Say what?
Wiggle your butt. Do your dance. There you go. Okay, now. There you go. Pops has got the moves.
Yeah.
You know what needs to be playing when he does that? The I'm a genie in a bottle.
Hey, Pops. I want to tell you, thank you for all the life lessons you gave me. You taught me how to respect people, how to be modest, be caring, work hard, and be the best that you can. You taught me a lot of things. Learn from your mistakes. Be a caring individual, and be accountable for your actions. You taught me a lot of things, Pops, and I think it's important for you to know that I never forgot them, and I never will. You were my biggest fan. You always supported me. I miss you, Pops. I love you.
Oh man, I almost landed in the water. You're almost in the water, oh man.
That like an airplane.
Chill out, bro. Oh my goodness. Chill out, old man.
Yeah, hot water, please.
He missed those speed bumps.
Yeah, right.
Please.
Call 911.
Please, can I have water?
No.
All right, calm down, guys.
No.
Let Grandpa in.
Papa Bear, I miss your kind heart, your warm, sincere greetings. You'd say, "How are you?" I'd say, "Good." And then you would say, "No, really, how are you?" Um, our many hours of conversation, your mind, your genuine, caring soul, listening to music by the fire, your laugh, your positive, laid-back attitude, always. Playing games that we would surely lose while laughing, your sense of humor and quick wit. I admired that you always greeted Drexel with a handshake.
Look at Pops, working hard. What you got, Pops?
Bringing my
Chiles and tomatoes, that's all we got here? And the peppers? Are you gonna harvest anytime soon? No? What do you mean your avocados? Oh my god, is that a fossil, Pops? A fossil? Nope, just a interesting rock. Thought we were rich, Pops.
We are.
How was the blower?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that died real quick.
But we didn't have, well, you didn't have the batteries charged all the way, right? That's where you want it? Then I imagine something over here controls this. No, right? You got it on edging, right?
Yeah, but we want to go here.
Okay, lift it up. So we're trying to figure out how to make this thing go down. And because me and my dad don't feel like reading instructions because we're men and we feel we can get this going, we're going to try to figure it out. Yeah, just stay like that, Pops, because they're going along. That's the end of our workday, so maybe tomorrow. Oh, what is it? There's always tomorrow.
Tomorrow always happens.
Yep. So, cheers, Pops.
Cheers, son.
Hey, Pops, lift that bell housing. Come on, muscles.
Put it right.
Yeah, right? Sure it is. All right, guys, so here's where we're at. So we are working on the 68 Mustang, and what we started to do is we started to center the car. We kicked out the 69 and started blocking the car. It did have glue from the vinyl top. That's why you see some of the lower spots on there. But had to pretty much block everything. And what we're going to do is obviously mask the car from here all the way back. And then the door jambs are going to get painted. So we'll end up covering all the interior. And then end up covering the trunk area. And that way we'll be able to just shoot the outside. So we're going to prime it. And then we're going to seal it. And then we'll be able to shoot the beadneck blue on it. So just get in there. All right, guys, happy Sunday. So we have the 68 in primer. So now the fun task of wet sanding it, and then we'll see what we can do. All right, guys, so here's a teaser.
Oh, that's gonna look nice.
All right, guys, so here we are getting impatient on the 68 Mustang, and yet she is finally painted. So what we're doing is getting the back end ready to receive the tail lights. So yep, that's where we're on right now. So just so you guys could see the ornament that's going to go there, that's what it would look like. Hey, what's up guys? So we are back from picking up the fender for the 68 Mustang, and we left at about 4 in the morning, and it is now 3 in the afternoon, so a little bit tired, but yeah, so we're looking to prime it, paint it, and get it done. Alright guys, so here it is, the last fender for the 68 Mustang, getting ready to be painted. This one we had to pick up today, so let's see what it comes out like. Nice and slowly. Ryan, what you working on? Say that again?
Working on side panel.
So Ryan is putting on the clips for the door panel, and then that way we will be able to, don't be shy, we will be able to install the door panel onto the 68 Mustang. So he's almost done, almost there so far. Good job, Ryan. Keep it up.
You add a little bit of water, just a little bit of water on the sandpaper. There you go, perfect, man. Perfect. Now you let it dry.
Good evening, everybody. So, kind of a different circumstance and a different tone that we're going to have today. Today, we're going to talk about the 68 Mustang and what the rush was to get it done. And for my brother, myself, and my family, today's a very important day for us. Not a day that we wanted to happen, but we lost our dad a year ago today. And that was the main drive to get the 68 done. It is something that we've always talked about getting done. With life, we never, it's never perfect. So, so this maybe the last 2 weeks is really what we've spent on the 68 Mustang, and I'm talking about our daily work and then our family life, and obviously putting time into the car. And yeah, so she has come a long way, and the story behind the Mustang and the actual significance behind it, which a lot of people may not know. I really don't like to give up my private life, and I know this video is, obviously public. But my brother was looking for an Impala back then, I believe, 64, yeah. And he had found that that shop that he was calling around, they had a 68 Mustang, and that 68 Mustang was $1,000, and I went to go and look at it with my sister, and me not knowing about cars, all I knew is that I wanted a Mustang. That was it. And so my sister borrowed my dad's car, and we kind of snuck out of the house to go and check it out. And I ended up giving a down payment on the car, and I was kind of excited. I was so happy that day. I had to go to work, so my brother, I think, set up the tow truck to bring it back. And needless to say, my dad was not a very happy camper about it. I was working at Jewel, I was a cashier, And I was excited. I knew like I was gonna be there like any minute now. And he throws the key at me, and he's like, "I can't believe you bought that piece of stuff." Crap. A stronger word, I think. Was
Yeah.
used. So I was a little disappointed, but I didn't know what the hell was going on, right? So I'm not gonna bore you guys with the rest of the details. We did a lot of work on the car, and what ended up happening is that the Mustang ended up being that avenue for my brother, I think my sister as well, I know myself, and our dad to form a tighter relationship, because we had a rocky relationship, a lot of different stuff going on. And he was one of those people that was very supportive of anything that we wanted to do, whether it be our stuff on eBay, working on the projects. He was always willing to help us out. And yeah, I mean, the 68 Mustang has so much time that my dad did. He did half of the vinyl roof, the passenger side, and he calls that the professional side. My dad being a professional roofer for 35 years,
Yeah.
and he was a very hard worker. And he did the passenger side. I did the driver's side, and he calls that the C, whatever company I work for, side. And he ended up saying that side was a little bit worse than the professional side. And I'm like, no, Pops, you got to look at it this way, right? So the sun was shining a little bit differently, and obviously that was the joke that we had running in ourselves. But yeah, you tell us what the cars have meant to.
Jeez, I remember he always wanted to see it done, and he said, "One good day, and you guys would knock it out." And that day never came until maybe about 2 weeks ago, when we knew this day was coming, and it's definitely a difficult time. This year's just been so difficult, and I think my brother and I were talking downstairs, and he was like, "Man, I really would love to paint the car." I said, "So then let's do it." And then it became crunch time. So the car is not 100% perfect. Like, it is not a concourse restoration. It has its flaws, and every flaw that it has, there's a story behind it, which I think is just amazing. Because I remember when we started looking at the body, and it's in fairly good shape. I was like, oh man, we're gonna have to chase out these little dents and dimples and body work that whatever wasn't done all the way.
It was the first car that we ever worked on, you know.
So then,
Very first one.
I was like, there's no way we're gonna meet the deadline. And then we were like, you know what? This is to honor a band that we greatly adore, and to cherish those memories. So we decided, you know what? Let's keep those blemishes, because it has a story, and I thought that was like the best. And when we got the car in primer, all in primer, I remember before I shot the paint, I was like, "Dad, please don't let me mess this up." That would suck. So we got it in primer, and then we quickly blocked it and sanded, and obviously that's the same thing, and then painted it. And with the paint, the amount of time it took to get this paint to match the factory color, which my brother will tell you about.
Yeah, the guy on Armitage and Springfield, there used to be a paint shop there, and I asked him, I need the original color, and on this car it doesn't really have a paint code on it. So all we had to go by was back then. I mean, you really didn't know anything. I mean, as far as colors and all that stuff, you just had if somebody wanted to help you and look for the color, they would spend the time and do it. But at the end of the day, time costs money, or money costs time. One of those two. So I had a piece of quarter panel that I had that was original. It had the original paint. And so I took that to him, and he probably mixed about, maybe four different pints, and it just never matched. And I'm like, nah, dude, too light, too dark, way too light, way too gray. And finally he came out with this color, and this color matches very, very nicely. I think he did a very good job at it, because we started, comparing it to the old one, and it's pretty spot on. So after years, and obviously the internet evolved a lot, we were able to find out that it's called Beatnik Blue. And we got the Marty report for the 68 Mustang, and we were all kind of excited. I was like wanting to know, because I knew it was kind of original, because it had everything on it. It was never taken apart. It had a repaint, but we just wanted to know what it was. And so now it's back to its original glory. The only thing that we kind of went through a little bit differently was the C-stripe, where it's reflective. But other than that, the interior is pretty much all original. And I mean, yeah, we went through a lot, especially during the last week. And I think my dad would have really enjoyed the thrill of it, because we had to go and chase down a fender on Sunday. I had worked overnight, and I was able to free my schedule up, where I left at 4, and then we had to drive about 6 hours. Almost killed us on the road, but whatever, we made it. And then we picked up a fender. We almost got into a gunfight out there, not our fault. And we ended up bringing the fender back probably about 2 o'clock-ish. And then we realized that, oh shoot, we need clear. And then we needed a reducer, right? Somewhere around there. And of course, being a Sunday, not many places open. So we knew that, no, we had to get it done Sunday, because then for the time of dry and then putting the car back together, it just takes time. So my brother was able to knock it out until 11 o'clock at night. And so that way, the front fender, this fender right here, was painted and cleared. And then it was just a matter of starting to put the car back together. And it was a awesome thing, because everybody put in their hands in the Mustang, and that's been what this car has meant to our family. And I think my dad really loved that, because for him, he wanted to make sure that my nephew Ryan was helping us, and there were plenty of times where my dad would offer for him to come to the garage, and it just never happened. And unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, not really sure how to look at it, right? But we were able to have Ryan here the last couple of days, and he helped us a lot. He scratched up the car a lot. No, I'm just kidding. He put the door panel on. He greased all the rollers so the windows go up and down nicely. And then he did the other side. He was able to learn how to paint, how to mask a little bit. He's gonna have to practice. But he hopefully he enjoyed it. And me and my brother, this car, we've gone through so much with it, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. But I wish my dad would have seen it done, and I hope he's looking down at us and giving us that thumbs up, because I think he would enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. In regards to the paint, this car was shot in roughly 4 days. So when primer and the back half of the body was painted, then it was the doors, all the removable parts were then painted the next day, or primered and painted the next day, which, I think one day, I must have been, I went to work, and then I think I worked on it till 11:30, almost midnight.
A lot of long nights.
And then that's where the next day we went and got the at the fender, and it was the only way to make the deadline. It's crazy because you see these shows and you're like, oh my god, we gotta make this deadline. But for us, it was like we had to make this deadline to have it mean something. It couldn't just be another missed opportunity. And I know there are a lot of missed opportunities that I've had with my dad. And I just mean like doing stuff, because he loved to do stuff, and fishing, camping, barbecuing, and those are things where I felt we really bonded. Just hanging out, drinking, watching movies, looking at the stars, and
making fun of each other.
Yes, making fun of each other, definitely. I am very thankful that my brother let me paint the car, and it means the world to me to know that we were able to get this done for my dad's memorial, or our dad's memorial. I'm sorry. So in the video, you'll probably see the primer process all the way to where it is now, and a lot of hands helped in getting the car together, and it's awesome just seeing everybody work together and knowing that why we were trying to get it done. So
Yeah, I mean, I can't, I know I wouldn't be able to do it by myself, and, without such a lot of support. I mean, I have to thank everybody from my team. They very supportive, and, they understood the, I don't know, I guess they know that it's not easy, and, a big thank you to, my team. Very awesome people. Even the individuals that are self-invited, I appreciate everybody, and I thank them, because without their support, and I mean, honestly, they've helped me out through this. Without them knowing, they've been a great help, and I think everybody understands I never knew the toughness behind it, but it's a very different scope. Your holidays are not the same, your day-to-day is not the same, and it greatly changed my life. And I'm just glad that we were able to knock this out for Pops. So that's what the 68 Mustang kind of, there's a lot of detail, and I do apologize for the sad state of the video, but in the end, we were able to get it going, and it fires up. We're hoping to get the tires so we could drive it to the cemetery and show Pops. But I know he's looking down at us and smiling and giving us that thumbs up, and good job, kiddos. Here's a beer, or you want a beer?
he's actually right here.
He's gonna make
I'm here right now.
So, thank you all. I mean, anything that you want to say?
Just enjoy the video. I mean, not trying to get all sad or whatever, but just enjoy it. Know what it means to us, and hopefully you like the content, and hopefully you like the color, because the color is absolutely gorgeous. This car looks, it's crazy to see. I think this car sat in the driveway for what, 3-4 years?
Yeah, probably.
And it's just primer state, So to see it transform, kind of like from an ugly duckling to what it is right now. I mean, I can't even believe it's the same car. It just looks amazing. And hopefully we can take it to some car shows and whatnot, and not looking to win any trophies or nothing, but just you know, when someone walks around and says, hey, you missed that, it could be like, no, actually that's on purpose and this is why. Because I know when we go to car shows, we take the SS and the boss to the car shows, and we love hearing the story on people's cars. So hopefully that can happen with this and inspire someone. Okay, come in.
You guys can come in.
Come in.
Okay. You finished?
Wow, Leo. Oh my gosh.
I think you finished this already.
It looks beautiful.
I want to
So-
ride it.
So I mean, it was everybody that helped out. I mean, it's not.
Only
It
3
was
people did it with you. 2, 1.
So Ryan, we need you to get over there and crank it. All right.
I got it.
You got it.
No pressure. No pressure at all.
Remember to
No
do
pressure, is it? Is there pressure? Or no?
There's pressure. Wow, it's like remarkable,
Keys.
Leo.
Mom, why is there a light right there? Why is there a light right there?
For $30,000, you can feel even more.
Oh, dude.
Give it, Dad. Let it warm up.
Turn it on again.
Do it.
Then you're gonna put the key in there. Then you're gonna turn it.
it still doesn't feel real. Whole year has passed. The holidays were super hard. I really missed your company and talking about what we were gonna do, what we were gonna cook. Summer was tough. We went to a lot of car shows, and I'm more than certain you would have had a lot of fun.
Give her some gas, Pops.
We didn't go fishing this year on a boat or anything like that. Um, Everything's just so different. I miss you so much. Miss your laugh, your smart aleck comebacks that always gave us a chuckle. I, I would love to thank you for being an amazing father and an amazing friend. I really hope we see each other again. But until then, you're not forgotten, and we all love you so much. I love you so much.